Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio, a place where dreams take flight, with authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives and meaningful conversations, where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover world-class education, entertainment, hope and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our channel, USA Global TV. Download our app, USA Global TV. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. Thanks to our founder and executive producer, Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck. Music score by Yeffy Tang from Cloud Road Music. Voiceover artist Mike Porter. Creative direction by Paul Garcia. USA Global TV and Radio. Your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited.
Some of us may remember what it's like to actually have a pattern and scissors and material and to cut something out and actually sew it together. Or maybe you were into knitting or embroidering. What would it really be like to go from a sewing machine to global runways? We're going to find out today as we speak with our guest, Fashion Sandy, on the Power Index, Women and the Men Who Listen. I'd like to welcome my co-host, mentor, and dear friend, Mr. Ian Pelham Turner, who has recently celebrated 60 years in broadcasting. Let's welcome him to the program. Hello, sir.
Good afternoon. Well, you know, I sometimes feel like I should be taking pills or something these days when everyone says it's 60 years. But I don't know how I've done it. I look back 60 years now, and people sort of say, what have you done? I've done so much. And then people say, should I write a book? No, I'm not going to write any book about my life. I know too much, that could cause me all sorts of issues. But I think as well, the thing about working with you, Jacalyn, and doing this type of show and working with USA Global TV and Radio as well, it's all part of the pleasure, the real pleasure that I've had. And the reality is that what I say to everybody is I've loved every single day of my working life for 60 years. So, and you are a great part of my present lifestyle as well. It's great fun to be on the show again. And we have an incredibly clever guest on today as well.
I truly appreciate everything that you said. And of course, for those who don't know, USA Global TV and Radio wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this man. So thank you for all of your guidance and mentorships over the years. And I look forward to seeing you again in person very soon. So tell our audience about Fashion Sandy.
Well, I met her recently. Now, she is going to have to say her name because it's one of these very long, elongated Indian names. So we know her as Fashion Sandy, but she will have to, I always start any conversation on any TV station with her by saying, can you please present yourself, present your name, because it's quite a complicated name to actually say. She is a wonderful person, very clever, very articulate, very driven, and is really, I think, the type of woman that other women should listen to, because she has gone through all the barriers and created this incredible fashion brand for herself.
Let's welcome Fashion Sandy to the program. Hello, welcome.
Hi, hello everyone.
Of course, we can't wait to hear, how do we pronounce your name?
Okay, so actually it's an Indian name called Sandhya. Sandhya called evening, actually, the meaning of name Sandhya. So it's very difficult for the foreign people to pronounce the name Sandhya, but that's what I make it shortcut name Sandy. So people know me as a Fashion Sandy.
Thank you. And I really like that, Fashion Sandy. It sticks in your mind and it's easy to remember. So Fashion Sandy, when did you realize that you had a passion for fashion?
Oh yeah. So that was whenever I'm sitting with elder people and question me. So I always go back my past. I recollected where I started my fashion. So as a small towner, when we don't have much technology on family background support for the fashion, and I came from India, a very small town place. So where only every weekend I got a fashion magazines and fashion TV shows. So we got a very good little chance to go and watch those fashion things. And from childhood, I started collecting all those magazines, outfit on runway shows, and I try to always want to do that. So when I learned fashion stitching from my hometown, and I just started doing cutting and stitching all outfits, and that's how my fashion started interest from the childhood. And then the more become adult, I started found my own path to where I should be reached. And still, I think I'm journey. It's not finished. It's begin always.
And Sandy, I think your parents were in fashion or tailoring before that, which has really sort of started this thing off. So just give us a little bit of an insight on what was it like growing up in India with a family that are really into fashion and into tailoring.
No, my entire family was very simple, authentic Indian family. So they never into any tailoring, never into stitching. We
Okay.
just do our stitching from home cloth. Like we have one family tailor who stitch our clothes. So I am the one daughter in my house. I'm little interested about stitching fabric cloth making. And my house my dad never give me the freedom, so this all the topic link with my life. So when he don't give me the freedom to go out and do fashion stuff like auditions and giving a reality shows, all the opportunities when I got, my dad only want me to study and get job, and he never allow me to do that. So that's the reason my passion always more attract me toward to fashion, and I keep doing a lot of things. So that when I started learning my stitching, I am the one girl from my family. I came out and I started research about my own self to how to do stitching and make a cloth, because those are, as a small town girl, we don't get a chance to wear bigger dresses, those heavy high fashion dresses where red carpet celebrity and heroines are wearing. So I decided myself, as a small town girl, I want to create them and wear myself and reach more women in the world. That's what I'm doing right now. Thank you.
Thank you,
So
Sandy. Oh, sorry. I see that you have some bling on, which I love. I'm a bling girl myself. How would you describe your fashion empire you've created?
So whenever coming to be, so as I told you, I'm not getting those good scope to learn more good English, good technology. So that's the reason I get tough myself. Did I do doing right or wrong? That my first question mark. But when come to creativity and product, you don't need right and wrong. What's looking good on your eyes, you just need to focus on that. So my hands, like I stitch in one night a big gown. I took a challenge always myself. I want to finish this outfit. So that's only the one passion in my heart, to do this finish by the morning. And that's how I focus on myself to creativity, whatever designs I do. So my designs is not fixed with anything. I'm a designer. I do from scratch. So suppose you see in the door skin have the door skin fabric. If somebody give me a challenge, do it in this outfit, I can do it. So fabric make me more creativity to do some such certain pattern to wear it on body and show unique fashion. So that's how I carry myself like that.
Thank you.
so Sandy, I think you've learnt a very good secret. And
Really?
it's a secret that millions of girls across the world need to hear about. Now, what you have learned is that your parents just wanted you to study, and you've gone into fashion. How did you persuade your parents to allow you to go into fashion? What is the secret? What is
This
the secret that
I
millions
have
of girls want to know about?
I have a I have a big secret. So as of sir, you always told me I'm the clever girl. Yes, I'm the one of the clever woman, clever daughter in my all my siblings. Okay, so I'm a smarter from childhood. What I do, so my dad always want me to everybody do own money. Okay, always teach us to being independent in silent way. We have Indian different love language. We don't say like you do that. The love language is very different. So my dad always want me. So I want a freedom. Come out from home. I'm a kind of person. I want to go out, chill with friends, do marketing, collecting fabric, do all the work. So that's how my personal choices. And my home as a woman in India, you have to be 5:30 p.m. in evening at home. Otherwise, you're locked outside. You can't allow. That's how the strict at my family. And can you believe that's freedom I want in my life? So I started learning tailoring and started taking order from my neighbors, all the aunties and those all women who are beside my neighbors. I started stitch them all the dresses, what they wear, and I started earning money when age of my 15, when I was done my 10th class. When I started earning money, I got a bigger secret chance to tell my dad, I'm going to buy fabric in the market, so he allowed me. All the time I using my designing things, I do my designing work, and I got my freedom. So I felt as a woman being independent, you will get all the freedom how you want it. So it's all about my life. I prove it every day, single day. I earn my own money, I survive my own life. I came London by my own self. I save my money, I do invest on my fashion thing to get more achievements, whatever my dream I have. I keep doing that this all the years. And that's the reason people mindset up slowly change, even my parents as well. So they don't educate it that well, but still they look at me, how I earn money, I survive my life, I grow things, and I take care of my family. So these all the secret, you can say that small impact, it changed my mindset of my family. And that's how they support me now 100%. I think more than that.
I also suspect you've got a very winning smile that melts your father's heart.
Favorite daughter of my dad. He was not talking to me when I run away from my house 10 years before. He didn't talk to me 6 months because he get hurt that favorite daughter who left the house without telling him. But the moment I came, reach London after 6 years, I know always difficult will be there with family. But when I reach, my dad is one of the proudest dad who always told to office, he said, my daughter in London, my daughter in London. So that small show from parents in our small town family, that's the biggest happiness, that's the biggest success for me, Change my parents' mindset of toward to me, and they are absolutely happy with me, whatever I'm doing right now.
Sandy, you are certainly an example of the power index and everything this show stands for. There's something very attractive, even sexy, about earning your own money and going out on your own and doing it. I just applaud you for that. My question is, many of us have seen years ago the first movie, The Devil Wears Prada, and I really learned a lot about fashion then, and the fact that you have a certain population that has clothing that is literally couture made for them, and then you have the mass market where it ends up in some kind of chain stores. And so what is it about having a piece that is designed by a designer like you, as opposed to just going to some kind of bin and picking up anything that people have picked through and picked through?
Come again. I want to know the last question again, please.
Yeah. So what do you think sets what you do apart from just mass manufacturing of clothing?
That's only the target right now I have. So when I get a lot of chance before in my life, when I was in India, to open a boutique, it's called fashion studio. So every designer, they open them studio in them hometown to earn money, right? So as of me also, I got a lot of chance, but my God never give me to settle with less. So right now, after reach UK, only I have a one vision to open my own fashion factory. This should be a force own manufacture company where I can go with the details of materials. So I can create my own vision. You can see, you give me the example of Devil with Prada, the brand they are using. So the certain brand you are using on the big serials and movies on when watching in the industry Netflix. So they are always promoting a big brand like a Prada, Gucci, and Louis Vuitton. So a lot of big brands already established in them way, and they are focusing on their own brands. So I thought as a fresher, and I am the future assets for the world, why not I could create my own manufactured things, and slowly I can create my own company where I can start in my own designs on shoes, on accessories, and it's giving a signature vibe of fashion, Sandy. And then that manufactured house, I want to make it like a globally, so people can reach me with a affordable budget and high fashion things. People can understand with a little thing. They don't need to study all the time high fashion, because people don't get a scope. I'm a small towner, I never get a scope to create a big company. Even I didn't study ever. I'm just still learning from everyone, people. uh, the more world I'm watching, and the more understanding people culture and requirement, and that's how I am focusing myself to create my own manufactured company, with my own signature style.
Now, Sandy, when you came on the show the other day on our Roddy Rich show, you surprised me. Well, you always surprise me, quite honestly, because I never know what are you gonna tell me next in reality.
Yeah.
But what you surprised me is that you can get some material, and how long does it take you to make a dress?
So you can't believe, I really impress even myself. How could I do like that? I always started, even if next time, please make a one interview, do my interview, and I'll start stitching. I can show you my outfit design. What do you say? That will be more wonderful to people can watch. So yeah, I can do any outfit. My ideas. So I'm a good in pattern maker and cutting and stitching. So that's how I learned from 10 years before, and that technique was in my head always. So you can say within 15 minutes, the less time or ever, I can create the styling, the stitching at the minimum thought, and the maximum minimum 1 hour to 2 hours, I can create a big dress. And if it's a ball gown, a big huge gown, might be one night is pretty enough for me, which people take a year, months and days, which I can do it in one night. That's how my specialty about stitching, about pattern making.
How do you determine which fabric you're going to use for what?
Okay, so as a designer, whenever I research about fabric, so I keep checking. So fabric, people are thinking if it's very expensive, then that means the quality is good. No, there is a lot of cheaper fabric. Might be we are buying in the less cost, but still also have the fabric have the quality, and the fabric have a different motif. Okay, so I'm a kind of designer. I know people can't put it lot of effort. So until unless I don't have an expensive client who giving me exclusive order, until that I keep researching about a minimum things. Like not putting head. If I want to create a one luxury design, I need to be use all the high branded material? Is it? Yes, when needed according to client requirement. So when I don't have that budget to create a bigger thing, so what I need to create? I can create a regular everyday people requirements. So I pick the lesser, cheaper, and scratch fabric. I just picked up from them fabric, and I check each fabric, the feelings, the textile, and the season I first check. It's a summer, it's a winter, it's a spring, and the fabric I check in my machines, which machines can give me a good stitching, the fabric. So I keep putting eyes on for those small things, and then I select my fabric. Example, I made last weekend, I made to Mr. Pelham for the event, that last interview. I wear one of the floral frock. It's a maxi frock, and which I buy it from South Hall, that fabric. People are thinking it's cheap to sewing small market, but no. Why people also wearing cheap costing investment and good quality. Please understand the two difference between people thinking buying £2 stuff is cheap. No, buying £2, what stuff you buying and what is the useful full of that material, you have to understand that. And me as a designer, I particularly selected on the fabric, what I can stitch on my fabric easily, what people can wear that fabric. Third, I select in the fabric, I can create different pattern out of world, what people are doing. You understand? So I can give you some example later. This is just my theory about my pattern.
Now, I have a very important question. A very important question. The question is, how do you want to dress ladies in America? What's the fashion for ladies in America from Fashion Sandy?
Definitely, if I got a chance, I would sit overnight and I will go research about America, each corner, fashion and culture, and I will figure out the people see. Basically, I'm a modern designer. Okay, modern designer, you can fit with every country. You don't need particular country, modern. But when you are a traditional and authentic designer, then you have to focus a particular culture. So I'm a modern designer. I felt like my style, look at me, I'm just wearing very simple. This is just, I'm showing my very 5% talent. This is just my 5% talent. I have a more 95% talent which I can show in the fabric, design, culture, country, according people requirement, according people thought, and what people can accept. That's how I keep thinking about America. Definitely, I always want to be I always want to be follow Los Angeles, Las Vegas, California. And I have a huge big stars. So I'm keep checking Kylie Jenner, Kim Kardashian, Sanila Gomez, a lot of New York celebrities, how they keep looking the outfit. So whenever I'm checking the celebrities wearing outfit, the ordinary people can't afford that outfit all the time. So I'm trying to create according America weather, and people are more joyful. They are very fashionable. They are very funky. So I have my own thought to create something party wear, something regular fun, something ready to wear, something day look, something night look. So as a designer, I have a categories to create my style as a clothing manufacturer brand. So I am not a boutique or any studio designer. I am a designer which I can create a clothing brand in different pattern according different environment. That's how I researching about my designs and about different countries, especially about America.
Jacalyn, how do you feel about funky fashion in America?
I like funky fashion. I personally, from all the different parts of the states that I've seen over the years, there has been a downward trend, I would say, towards very, very casual. There are very upscale places that will allow you to come in dressed in a way that wasn't permitted years ago. And the places that are few and far between where you have to dress up in a certain way. But I've always liked dressing up. I think it's fun. I don't know. I feel like I'm a princess.
Always, every woman should feel that. Yes.
I always feel, I mean, I love American female fashion. I
Definitely.
think you ladies in America wear casual clothes, but in a very classy way, very classic way, which I think it's strong, it's independent, it's feminine at the same time. And I think, it's always very important comfort. So, Sandy, just talk to me a little bit about what is it like to have comfortable fashion?
As I last interview, I mentioned about my comfortable. So the more day by day as a designer, I'm researching about my collection because I have a vision. The very soon I want to open my online store. It's called Ready to Wear, and people globally people can press them order by my page, my website. So before opening the website, I am researching about a particular people requirement fabric, the design, so they're coming comfortable. So as of from few year I am focusing on my own outfit, whatever I wear in every day of life, and depend on the occasions and the function. So whenever I wear my different clothes, so many time I just carry fashion, but sometimes I'm not comfortable with my design. Even I created the designs, but I love to wear that outfit because that's about my show off, because in social media or on any event, any fashion show. But fashion, the high fashion content we always carry to get a good content and a picture. But if you off the camera, in off camera, people want comfortable. If I'm sitting at home, I need a very comfy clothes. Today is hot weather in all over world, and especially London, America, India. We have a different country. We have a summer, very hot weather, and so now I started as a designer to create a very minimum using fabric on body, not too much fabric on the body, with a different print and colors, and the comfy fabric of the pattern. So pattern is a very important. People are wearing a full shirt with a blazer for the officially look. They look very amazing, classy, but inside they're boiling because of all the hot weather. So I am focusing on each proper pattern. So where people should not wear too much cloth on their body, but still they can carry the fashion and they can be comfortable. So that's my slogan, my motif, which I'm preparing researching about my upcoming website where I can launch my designs with very comfortable, so everybody can wear that. And that's our thoughts.
I really appreciate that, because there's nothing worse than you're going into a business meeting. Maybe you're producing or hosting a TV show. You're going to do something and you are just not comfortable with what you're wearing, and you keep pulling at it and shifting it around, and people can tell. And it sort of takes the focus of whatever it is you're about to discuss away, and you're now looking at what the person's doing, and that they're hot and sweating, and it doesn't feel right. So what I'm wondering is, as a business owner, Sandy, I'm also a business owner. We're both lucky to have Ian in our lives, because he is someone who really does listen. And when you're looking to make difficult decisions, it's nice to have someone who has a lot of experience and is a sounding board and really is pro women. So what are your thoughts about having Ian in your corner?
No. Jacalyn.
No, I would listen this question again, please.
So Ian's been a big advocate. He really appreciates you. How do you feel about that?
To be honest, each moment of my life, the opportunities, the people I met me, I'm always so gratitude inside each morning, because my life is always with the finger cross. What going to be next tomorrow? You know, my life is full on excited. I'm not a job person. I'm not a regular, the ordinary people, how they do the life every day. Not like that, because my vision to create a big empire and business. So when I have that vision, of course I need a certain people like Mr. Pal, the how he cooperate me. So I made through him to throw by Mr. Stephen, very well. So I just made them in very suddenly any event. You know what is the biggest successful day for me? The legend people who choose me to put it in that this positions where I'm always dreaming. And this is such an amazing, see, I know after a few years I'm going to be a big celebrity, I'm going to be a big empire creating, I will know definitely I'm going to do that. But the happiest and successful moment right now, today I don't know anything about much world, but still people giving me the opportunities and I am choosing that opportunities, make myself represent it. And that's the biggest achievement for me in my life. Absolutely, I'm feeling loving it the moment, and I really want to try to give something better in this interview so people can reach through by you guys. I'm so thankful for these opportunities. It's really bottom of my heart.
Sandy, obviously, when you have a business, Jacalyn will understand this as well, there are sometimes barriers, things that you have to overcome. Can you just think about or talk about any barriers or problems that you've had building such a successful business now, and how you overcame them?
See, I think problem and struggle always there. I don't think only me as who's having creating a big business for the future, like a fresher, I can say still fresher myself after 10-year experience as well. Because when I'm looking, the people already established the brand in the world, and look at them. When I am looking to them toward to them, so definitely my feelings are, I'm going through a lot of struggle with the right people and your right team and the vision you have. You cannot do everything alone. You need your a right team, a right people behind you to help you out get your vision. Because I think we had a last conversation, Mr. Pelham, that Mr. Stephen and you, me, we had a discussion how technology can help you out to visibility our television market, right? So my biggest problem is I know a lot of ideas, but that have to come in the technology way, system and social media. So those are the biggest struggle I do on my everyday life. Might be I have a lot of content and stuff designs in my head, but I need a people who can organize well and come out in the market. So a lot of struggle behind there, because looking at one design and making is not enough. Giving the final touch and taking out in the market and people wear it that and happy, they feel the happy and joy, and they until get the feedback. Entire struggle always be there behind any business, any designs, any plan you're doing for something bigger. The bigger struggle is it, and I am going through everyday struggle, but I don't mind, because I love the more struggle I got and more getting experience when I seeing other. That's how my experience right now I'm going through.
So is the secret keep on going? Is
Uh,
that one of the biggest things that you've learned as well, is that in any business you have to keep on going, not be deterred,
yes.
but
So
know that you will win in the end.
no, I think every struggle, it's temporary. The moment you gone through this problem, then you will get another one. So it's never match with anything. The certain struggle in the life, it keep coming. So as a businesswoman, as I am trying to be represent myself more mature way day by day, so I can control every problem in my own way with smoothly. That's how I am trying to figure out. And I'm pretty sure who are the billionaire and millionaire in the world who doing business, they gone through the same struggle and same mental stress. But how they deal with the problem, that's the important. Lot of time I gone through my designs are not ready, how I get the model done, how I'll make it the done shoot to came out in the market. The entire thing not with the one person linked with that. You are working with the multiple people and everyone thoughts, everyone time limit, and it doesn't match sometime. And when you don't match, instead of getting stress, I go through stress. I'm telling you, I'm a very mad person, but still, my people are very funny. They know my thing, so they keep cooperate me because I'm a kind of designer. End of the day, I need perfect in my eyes. So when I don't see the perfect things, I start to get panic. But that's a struggle again, I'll tell you. So you have to control your emotions. You have to control your panic. You have to control your rush. What you're going through. Control. That exactly the control moment, do it, and then succeed your the plan, and end of the day you will see the result both. And I enjoy that particular things. I gone through stress, but still I can say happy moment for me to get these feelings in this right now life.
I agree with your approach. When I start to get overwhelmed, I will literally set a timer for 10 minutes. I will give myself 10 minutes to be upset. And then I say, what is the solution? What is the solution? And so some people are not on board with this approach. Sometimes people like to cry and yell and scream, but in the meantime, we're not getting anything done, right? So we've got to keep moving forward. And I'm wondering, as we move forward, coming towards the end of our show, who is a good client for you, Sandy? Is it a younger woman? Is it any specific age range?
I'll tell you from last 10 years, the moment I started my tailoring life, you can't imagine. I think I did for every human people, every human, male, female, kid, old politicians, celebrity, red carpet, pageant models, small kid, male kid, boy kid. So different understand the girl kids and the male kid have a different looks. So I don't know. I'm just whenever people give me a order, just clients come to me, hey Sandy, we need this design. Would you like to do that? If I don't know, still I never lose my client orders. I say, yes, I'll do it for you. I will research my time for 2 days on that particular outfit and I'll come with a better way. So all these things I'm doing from last few years, I understand one thing. So I think I don't think if I'm more grown up in my life and settled on my business, still my clients will be like, you can't figure out who is your best client. The more you get in order, you understand. So out of all this, my huge client in my life is my family order. So I'm a designer. I create for the family outfit like a marriage reception and a big function in India. Have a lot of marriage function in 7 days. So I do take in big orders. So I make for the bride family, I make for the groom family. So one of the bride season is very biggest client. You can't get it in yearly every day, but you will get a season wise, and that's a bigger client. Because once a while, if you calculate it, but a more bigger client for me, because instead of I am focusing on buying one design, 500 cost one design, I'm focusing each simple outfit make in 50 pound and reach 100 clients. That's how my criteria I'm focusing. So at the same time, I have a 500 clients, 500 rupees of my each gown, each design starting suppose 500 pounds. So people are have that kind of clients which have exclusive orders. So I focus on that side by side, but I'm focusing on more every day of life. People can buy my stuff like showroom, like malls. People are go to showroom malls, they like the outfit and they keep still selecting pieces because those are affordable and comfortable. That's how people are buying. So I am focusing on my things on exactly on particular clients where I can get a quantity more instead of good clients. You understand? Quantity level I'm checking where you'll get the right money. That's how I'm focusing. But still, I told you, this is my experience. I handling multiple different style of client, but still I'm learning to find out, figure out which style going to be stick for my signature brand and in my fashion the brand I'm opening the company Fashion Sandy. So there I can focus on certain product and a regular style, you know. So that's how my researchment going on.
So looking at 5 years ahead, you've now got a crystal ball. You can see the vision. Where does Fashion Sandy want to be in 5 years' time?
Yeah. You want me to say after 5 years what Fashion Sandy vision should be? To be honest, before I was thinking there is no time limit in the life, but certain time you have to understand. So I'm 29. I have a vision before 35 my age, like rest 6 year. I want to see myself as one of the top designer clothing brand in the world, and a lot of celebrities spending money to go to Met Gala. I want to be that designer where I can get invited from the Met Gala. That's my biggest vision going on in my head. I want to represent it in the best clothing ever fashion brand in the worldwide, a small town.
I think we temporarily lost Fashion Sandy. I do want to share her Instagram for anyone who would like to reach out. Here it is. It's Fashion Sandy with an S at the end. So for our audio only audience, FashionSandys. Okay, she's still not with us. So that was really interesting. I love her energy and her positive attitude.
She's very effervescent, isn't she? And she's very focused. And the thing that nowadays, one of the big focuses of our Royally Rich Lifestyle show as well is to support women and to actually give them a voice at the same time. And when I meet people like Sandy, like yourself as well, the reality is you have so much to offer, you have so much to give, and you're successful. And I believe that women in this world really need to sort of hear constantly success stories that women are doing that are achievable for them as well. Because sometimes they may think, well, I'm not clever enough to do this, that, and the other. Yes, you are, is the reality on any sort of subject like this. You are very women right across the world can achieve anything in their lives. As you know, when I give talks, I always say, if it's a mixed audience, I always say, gentlemen, you do realize that women are much more cleverer than you. And that normally gets a cheer from the ladies and a rather sort of grimace from men. But I mean it in the best possible way, because I think, if more women recognize what they can achieve, what they can do, and it just takes time, it takes energy, and providing, if they're creating a business, they create a business that gives them value, but also it's in their heart to do it in the first place. That is the success story that Fashion Sandy has. And I think more and more women right across the world are becoming very, very successful entrepreneurs.
And I think it goes without saying that without someone like you, without someone having their own Ian Pelham Turner, it makes it more challenging, because it does get to be a little overwhelming. Someone just reminded me that USA Global TV and Radio, since its infancy as Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn, it's now 5 years that we've been in business, which is hard to believe. So.
But you've done, I mean, let's be honest, you've now created a phenomena that is great, that it has been hard work. Everything is hard work these days. trying to create any sort of business, keep it running, keep it active. I mean, I know how hard you work. I know how what it takes to actually, especially in television. My goodness me! I mean, you've done in 5 years that what it's taken me 16 years to do. So
Not true.
so these things happen. But I think all power to you, Jacalyn, and all power to Fashion Sandy as well, because I think the two of you are global women of distinction.
Thank you, Ian. Tell us about your show, The Royally Rich Lifestyle, and is it possible for people to be interviewed there in your studio in London?
It is. It's possible. We can be anywhere in the world now. So we've moved studios, and so we've had now we are working in a purpose-built studio that's brand new, and it's only 4 weeks old. And it's in a place called Park Royal London, which I thought was quite apt as we're seen as royal experts across the world. I think, what Helen and I are doing is that we're growing our expertise. I mean, in America now, for example, apart from working for yourself, we work with Fox quite a bit. And we also work for the American versions of a British newspaper chain called the Daily Mirror and Daily Express in America at the same time. So we're constantly viewing the opportunity to actually talk to an American audience, to actually give information to an American audience about come to London. It's a great place to actually visit as well. And I know you've enjoyed it many times. Jacalyn as well. And I think, where we are right now, we need dollars. This is a plea for more Americans to come back over, start spending your dollars in London. We need it. But I think, the show is really designed nowadays. The front end of the show is always royal stories, and Helena is normally doing that. And then the middle and the end of the show is really all about giving communities in London, irrespective of their color of their skin, their religion, their beliefs, giving them a voice, and especially giving young people a voice as well, because I think that's inclusively important nowadays for all this to happen.
Agreed. And I highly recommend going over to London. I've got a couple trips planned this year, so I'm looking forward to it. Ian, we have your Facebook up for people who may want to connect with you. Is that the best way?
Yeah, I mean, or through you, Jacalyn, because you can pass on anything as well. And we want to do more work with you anyway. I think, we're building resources now in London that I hope will work for you at the same time, and we need to talk more about that in the future. But I think I love America. I truly love America, and in some ways I wish I lived in America. And perhaps if I'd have moved there 30 or 40 years ago, who knows what might have happened in my life as well. But I love America. I love Americans. I love the energy that America has, to such an extent where from about 11 o'clock UK time every night on the BBC News channel, News 24, all their programs for the next 3 hours are from America. And so we are hearing political debate that's going on. We're hearing about all the different things that are going on. And for me, I used to go to bed about 10 o'clock. I now go to bed about 2 o'clock, because nobody is more fascinated than me about Americans, how American business works, how is the country at the moment as well, and how, we can build bridges, substantial bridges between ourselves and America at the same time.
It's so interesting because I love London. There's so much cultural diversity there, and the city is just always buzzing. So I guess there's some good things we can take from the UK as well as from the States. By the way, we have Sandy who's back and who'd like to come on and say goodbye. So let's bring her up.
Absolutely.
Hi, Sandy. We just wanted to say thank you.
I'm so sorry. My Wi-Fi get disconnected and I just came to the phone call instead of my laptop. I'm so sorry. In this house, I don't know. I feel like so panic. I'm so sorry. I was half of talk.
It's okay. It's okay. We've already shared your Instagram account. Is there any other way you would like people to reach out to you?
So this is my new things coming soon. The biggest problem is my Instagram. It's already from 8 years before Instagram ID. Okay. But now technology changed. The fresher you make a ID, the more reach you will get it. So that's the reason my Instagram right now running behind with the multiple people collaborations. But I am within a very soon month, I'm preparing my LinkedIn, I'm preparing my TikTok account, I'm preparing my website, and I'm preparing my entire online store. So people can reach me a variety of things. But right now, very easiest way is a Fashion Sandy Instagram. And also I have my visiting card and my pamphlets of the front page, the people how can reach me out. I can provide it that so people can go straight forward. They can find my WhatsApp number and my Insta. So they can text me anytime in WhatsApp. I'm ready to reply them 24/7.
All right. Thank you very much. So we have shared your Instagram. It's in the show notes wherever people are watching. Ian, final word from you as we close out today for the Power Index.
I love this show.
I love it too.
I love women, be honest. I love womanhood, and I love shows like this that actually really focus on how successful women can become successful. And this is what USA Global TV and Radio does. It's an amazing TV channel. It's the energy of young ladies like Fashion Sandy and Sandy herself, that I think the world is going to be in a good place for the future.
Beautiful words to close us out today. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ian, and thank you, Fashion Sandy. We will see you both again soon.
Thank you.
Bye for now. Today's show is all about taking your dreams and making them a reality. And sometimes it seems like it's impossible, but I promise you, you've got to take the first step, have a plan, and be prepared for obstacles and challenges to come your way, because that's how we learn, and that's part of the game of life. But having people by your side, people like Ian Pelham Turner, whom you can trust and know that they have your best interests, is really key. And not all of us get that gift. So I hope that you follow your passion and make it a reality, because I don't even feel like what I do is work. I love what I do so much that I feel like it's truly a gift. As we close out today, I do have a request, which is wherever it is you're watching us from, if you would kindly subscribe to both of our YouTube channels, we'd really appreciate it. USA Global TV and Radio, where we have earned the YouTube Silver Creator Award, and Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck, which we started a couple years later. We just crossed over 41,000 subscribers on that channel, and we look forward to having you as part of our community. We are distributed on many places across the world, but YouTube gives us real numbers, and so we really would appreciate that. As we close out today, I want to just give a shout out to our colleague, my dear friend and team member, Mr. Red O'Loughlin, who has a new book that's coming out, and it's called Aging Sucks. Let's take a look at the trailer, and we'll be back with our next show.
What if many of the problems we associate with aging are not random? What if there are identifiable causes behind declining energy, chronic disease, and memory problems? We have been told that aging is simply something we must accept, that slowing down is normal, that growing older means growing weaker. But what if that's only part of the story? Why do some people remain active and engaged well into their later years? Why do others struggle with disease, fatigue, and declining health? What is happening beneath the surface? What processes drive aging? In Aging Sucks, researcher, educator, and author Red O'Loughlin explores what researchers have discovered about why we grow older. No medical degree required, no confusing jargon, just clear explanations of what researchers have discovered about the processes that influence aging. You cannot stop aging, but understanding its causes may help you make better decisions about your health, your future, and your quality of life. Because understanding comes before action. Action creates hope. Aging sucks. End the guesswork. There is hope.
People are searching for experts every day. Are they finding you, or are they finding someone else? Every day, professionals are building authority through media. We've already built the platform. USA Global TV and Radio. Over 14,000 shows streamed to over 60 countries. This isn't about becoming famous. It's about leverage, visibility, credibility, opportunity. One interview, one conversation, one show, repurposed into content, connection, and business growth. Most people assume hosting a TV show requires a studio, a production team, and a massive budget. Our television packages begin at $1,500 US per month. Professional production, global distribution, replay visibility, built for voices with something to say. I'm Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck, and if this resonates with you, we should talk. USA Global TV and Radio, all rights reserved. Contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com.
How much of your value have you been giving away? Saying yes when the answer should have been no? Lowering your price to secure the opportunity? Giving more while receiving less? Over time, it adds up. Until one moment brings clarity, you've been giving away your value. This is not about working harder. This is not about doing more. It's about boundaries. It's about pricing. It's about respect. From Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck comes a direct and necessary message. Stop over-delivering. Stop underpricing your expertise. Stop negotiating against yourself. Because when you recognize your value, everything changes. Stop giving away your value. Boundaries, pricing, and the business of respect. Available now.
USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents Tracy Cram Perkins, a dementia caregiving survivor teaching how to balance care with peace of mind. #1 resource for dementia caregivers. It's the book Dementia Home Care: How to Prepare Before, During, and After. Over 17,000 copies sold of this must-have guide. And now a testimonial from Tracy Smith.
If I was to describe this book to someone who is going through a similar situation, I would underscore how important it is to have some sort of a tool or a guidebook to help you through certain stages. And there's so many, it's such an unknown topic to the average person. And to have this as a reference is essential. It's going to help you get through it personally, as well as help your loved one manage.
To learn more, go to tracycramperkins.com. Tracy Cram Perkins is an award-winning author. She's also the host of Dementia Home Care television show. Watch it here on USA Global TV and Radio.
Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honoured to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USA Global TV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning, and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.